Girls must love you. Girls must love you. Should we seek more funds? Should we seek more funds? We went to school. We went to school. Is he playing? Is he playing? He would rest once a year. He would rest once a year. The perfect solution to the problem is difficult. The perfect solution to the problem is difficult. Yes, we have an indoor pool. Yes, we have an indoor pool. Can we upload it every week? Can we upload it every week? Do you have any non-GMO products? Do you have any non-GMO products? Does he watch TV in the evenings? Does he watch TV in the evenings? He will finish his painting and frame it after that. He will finish his painting and frame it after that. To discover. To discover. Your grandparents are lumberjacks. Your grandparents are lumberjacks. It is 7:15. It is 7:15. The toaster is perfect for making small meals. The toaster is perfect for making small meals. We'll continue at dawn. We'll continue at dawn. We saw many different bird species along the river. We saw many different bird species along the river. Do they stretch after 2 hours? Do they stretch after 2 hours? The surgeon will be here to talk to you before the procedure. The surgeon will be here to talk to you before the procedure. He will start his new job next Monday. He will start his new job next Monday. Could you please help me move this heavy desk? Could you please help me move this heavy desk? I wish I could participate in sports competitions. I wish I could participate in sports competitions. Can it build? Can it build? They usually have breakfast together. They usually have breakfast together. What does car mean in English? What does car mean in English? Was my stepmother a babysitter? Was my stepmother a babysitter? He hates studying. He hates studying. Can you speak slower, please? Can you speak slower, please? There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. There are 2 sacks of flour in the kitchen. You were not the focus. You were not the focus. I'm meeting with my counselor next week. I'm meeting with my counselor next week. They missed the opportunity, so they later regretted it. They missed the opportunity, so they later regretted it. They had a great time at the party. They had a great time at the party. Precision. Precision. He may need your advice. He may need your advice. You will choose monthly. You will choose monthly. Your grandmother was a neurologist. Your grandmother was a neurologist. He's drawing a picture. He's drawing a picture. Should it force 2 weeks later? Should it force 2 weeks later? We must approach at night. We must approach at night. Be sure to come back for your next appointment. Be sure to come back for your next appointment. Can't you reduce? Can't you reduce? Our grandmother was a politician. Our grandmother was a politician. The relationship between my father and me is complicated. The relationship between my father and me is complicated. I must not discover. I must not discover. Was his half-brother a lobbyist? Was his half-brother a lobbyist? Not sure if I'm following, but can you give me an example? Not sure if I'm following, but can you give me an example? Is our husband a clown? Is our husband a clown? The error was repeated several times. The error was repeated several times. It is not decided immediately. It is not decided immediately. Just the 4 of us. Just the four of us. We have made significant progress since the beginning of the project. We have made significant progress since the beginning of the project. Your accent is very strong. Your accent is very strong. The plumber fixed the leaky pipe. The plumber fixed the leaky pipe. If I were a superhero, I would have superpowers. If I were a superhero, I would have superpowers. What will you buy? What will you buy? Will you conclude immediately? Will you conclude immediately? He enjoys playing football with his friends. He enjoys playing football with his friends. They speak Spanish fluently. They speak Spanish fluently. Will you work? Will you work? I ate pizza for dinner. I ate pizza for dinner. The song was played on the radio. The song was played on the radio. I know they don't love me. I know they don't love me. For our team. For our team. Are you responsible? Are you responsible? Forbidden. Forbidden. We can speak 3 different languages. We can speak 3 different languages. How can we position it in production? What are our procedures? How can we position it in production? What are our procedures? I come home around 7. I come home around 7. What is your favorite song right now? What is your favorite song right now? Do we need to do anything about my web address? Do we need to do anything about my web address? Pessimistic in my life. Pessimistic in my life. We shouldn't be mining at 1 a.m. We shouldn't be mining at 1 a.m. Can't be a farmer sometimes? Can't be a farmer sometimes? We have dinner at 7 p.m. We have dinner at 7 p.m. What do you think about this new series? Should we watch? What do you think about this new series? Should we watch? How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? How many brothers and sisters does Robinson have? Let me know if you want to stay tonight. Let me know if you want to stay tonight. Please don't joke with me. Please don't joke with me. By the way, I'm Nick. By the way, I'm Nick. I cooked a delicious dinner. I cooked a delicious dinner. The team is training for the volleyball match. The team is training for the volleyball match. Was strong. Was strong. I have to donate the oranges. I have to donate the oranges. The red car is faster than the blue one. The red car is faster than the blue one. The train arrives at 9 o'clock. The train arrives at 9 o'clock. Do we give work at dawn? Do we give work at dawn? He saved enough money to buy a new car. He saved enough money to buy a new car. His aunts are judges. His aunts are judges. The new restaurant is more flashy than the old one. The new restaurant is more flashy than the old one. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. If it snowed, we would make a snowman. He has a strong character and never gives up. He has a strong character and never gives up. I will go to bed. I will go to bed. They must become archaeologists immediately. They must become archaeologists immediately. In 3 nights, there will be no vice president. In 3 nights, there will be no vice president. Doesn't have to work on weekends. Doesn't have to work on weekends. Misperception. Misperception. Is your mother a messenger? Is your mother a messenger? They were completed at sunrise. They were completed at sunrise. Then we will not adjust. Then we will not adjust. Weren't you kidding then? Weren't you kidding then? He bought a toy for his son. He bought a toy for his son. Should he write? Should he write? My niece is a veterinarian. My niece is a veterinarian. I come to school before 8 a.m. I come to school before 8 a.m. He plays guitar in a band. He plays guitar in a band. The blue dress is more beautiful than the green one. The blue dress is more beautiful than the green one. We can manage normally. We can manage normally. Does it always load? Does it always load? Can I have a receipt? Can I have a receipt? Last night's concert was better than I expected. Last night's concert was better than I expected. They were not imposed on a weekly basis. They were not imposed on a weekly basis. Your stepmother was a driver. Your stepmother was a driver. I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. His children were dockers. His children were dockers. They play video games on the weekends. They play video games on the weekends. We went to the mountains and went hiking. We went to the mountains and went hiking. It's our turn. It's our turn. You must be kind to others and treat them with respect. You must be kind to others and treat them with respect. We cannot be better. We cannot be better. I finish my work ahead of time. I finish my work ahead of time. Is our stepmother a pipe player? Is our stepmother a pipe player? Were you a blogger a century ago? Were you a blogger a century ago? After I cleaned the attic, I was covered in dust. After I cleaned the attic, I was covered in dust. Didn't I install? Didn't I install? He's attending a conference next week. He's attending a conference next week. But we must be wary of the dangers. But we must be wary of the dangers. Was your grandfather a lantern? Was your grandfather a lantern? Not sure if I really want to go. Not sure if I really want to go. Please take a look too. Please take a look too. Do you have a big family? Do you have a big family? If I had more free time, I would read more books. If I had more free time, I would read more books. Don't I die every year? Don't I die every year? Can't sit after 4 years? Can't sit after 4 years? He couldn't find his keys anywhere. He couldn't find his keys anywhere. They stretch at noon. They stretch at noon. Can you wait me? I'll be there soon. Can you wait me? I'll be there soon. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. They cleaned their house before the guests arrived. He didn't answer right away. He didn't answer right away. Let me explain how to use this machine. Let me explain how to use this machine. Should have last year. Should have last year. The cat is chasing the mouse. The cat is chasing the mouse. Should you surround? Should you surround? They release it a week later. They release it a week later. He will travel to Japan next summer. He will travel to Japan next summer. You should water the plants every day. You should water the plants every day. The house is big. The house is big. Compulsory. Compulsory. I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Won't you be born in 15 days? Won't you be born in 15 days?